Hey guys, what's up? It's Jess Geis, creator and founder of Worth to Wealth, and here is a question that I get asked all the time. Should you do business with friends? Well, here's my answer. Yes. I think it's absolutely possible to do business with friends, but the way that it happens is really special and unique. You have to put in specific expectations and agreements around working with your friends. Now, a lot of people are afraid to work with their friends because they think that if they do something wrong or things don't work out, then that means that it could end the friendship or potentially ruin it. And I get where that comes from because a lot of times when we do business with friends, we want to treat them like friends and not like clients. So here's how you actually do business with friends in a way that will allow you to maintain the integrity of your friendship while also serving them powerfully as your actual client or customer. The first step to serving a friend is to actually set the ground rules up front. Number one is to say to them, listen, I know that you really want to work with me and I would really love to help you with this challenge, or I would really love to serve you. And I want you to know that if we work together, I'm going to treat you exactly like I treat every other client. So that first step is to tell them the friendship is not what's present here in this relationship, and actually the friendship is outside. This is a different kind of relationship, so you want to set the tone for this relationship first. The second thing to do is to elaborate on that and to talk about the investment, because here's the deal. A lot of times when it comes to working with our friends, we want to give it away for free because we love them. But in reality, if you are serving them powerfully through your work, then they need to invest in it, because when people don't invest in whatever it is that you offer, they oftentimes don't have skin in the game. And when there's no skin in the game, that means that they don't show up powerfully for their transformation. That means that they don't listen to your recordings. That means that they don't show up on time. That means that they don't do the homework assignments that you've given them. And that's a nightmare, because that means that they won't get results. And then they come back to you saying, oh, it didn't work and I'm really disappointed. So you need to have them put skin in the game, and that means that they have to invest because you treat them just like every single other client. So here's how you might do that. When you tell them, hey, I'm super glad that you've decided to work with me. I'm really glad that you've agreed that this relationship is different than our friendship. And because of that, because I'm going to treat you just like I treat any other client, that also means that you will invest in this experience just like any other client. Because if you don't have skin in the game, then this isn't going to work. And when you invest in your transformation, it means that you show up more powerfully. And plus, I'm giving you my gift and my skills. And it's fair that I'm compensated for that. And I know that you want me to be a success too, right? And they'll say, oh, okay, yeah, sure, all right, well, I wasn't expecting that. Or maybe they'll say, I completely understand. Now, a lot of people want to offer some sort of discount to their friends, like a friends and family rate. And I'm on board with that, as long as it's not so drastic that you're still not really at your happy price. So if your price is typically $3,000, let's say, for whatever your offer is, and your friend wants to work with you, instead of dropping it down to $500 or $1,000, you might want to take off 15%, 10%, just to give them a little bit of a break, because they're a friend and you love them and you care about them and you want them to know that you're willing to do something a little extra special for them. And then I would just simply tell them, hey, listen, because you're a friend and because you're a family member, I'm going to offer you my friends and family rate, which actually saves you 15% or 10%, which takes the price from this to this. And then they'll say, oh, wow, that's so great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that and offering that to me. And that's it. And then everything else after that, everything else that happens after you have that conversation, you now move from friend mode to client mode. Now, outside of your client relationship, especially if you're a coach or a healer or a therapist, it's really easy to allow your friendship to become another place for the stuff that gets brought up in your sessions to show up in your night out at the movies or your dinner and drinks. So what I like to do with my clients, again, when I set that upfront expectations, as I tell them, hey, so I'm going to treat you just like a client, and that is clear. And when we're out together and we're doing our regular lives together, our stuff that we talk about here in our client and our working relationship isn't on the table. But if we're talking and I see something that comes up, or you feel something that comes up, you can say, you know what, that's something really great. I'd like to bring this into a session in the future. Or I might say, you know what, I'm really glad you bring that up. I can tell you really want to talk about it. That's something that would be great for us to coach around or to work around in our next session together. So that's the way that I approach those things with my clients who are friends. And it's absolutely possible to have these relationships. In fact, one of my best friends, two of my best friends, have become my clients, Lori and Suze. Both of these women are two of my closest friends, and both of those women have invested in coaching with me, and we've had really powerful work. And then when the relationship ended as coach and coachee, we were able to move forward in our friendship, and it was actually really beautiful because it brought us even closer together. So the challenge with working with friends is when you don't set those clear expectations and you don't specifically and explicitly state that this is business and it's not friendship. And what I do with you here in this environment, it isn't personal. It's me showing up as a coach. It's you showing up as a client. My desire and my agreement that I want to make with you is that we both choose to show up powerfully in this role, which is different than our friendship experience. So I want to know from you, what do you think about working with friends? Is this something that you've tried before? What's worked for you when it comes to working with friends, and what's totally blown up in your face that surprised you that you'll never do again? I have never had an experience of working with a friend where everything just went to shit. Everything has always worked out really well when I've hired somebody to work with me as a client, and I've set that clear expectation up front. And I know that if you do that, then it's possible for you. But not everybody wants to work with their friends, so I want to know, what do you think about working with friends? Should you do it? Should you not? What's worked and what hasn't? Thanks again, guys, for watching. I'm Jess Geist, and I look forward to reading your comments.